Hey, Mac.
What's up, man?
Not much. How are you doing?
I'm good. I like your backdrop there. It's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yes. Nice little living room here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so with limited time here, you want to get right in the interview?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can fire away.
All right. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it. And so first off, we all know that you're one of the best quarterbacks in college football now. But it had to start somewhere. And so my question is, how did you get into football?
That's a great question starting off the bat, but really just when I was younger, I played a lot of flag football, really over there at the Creekside Fields. I know you probably know about those.
Yep.
But just starting out there in the flag football league and, running around making plays. I just love football and love being with my teammates. And then just kind of carrying that into tackle football, maybe when I was like 5 or 6, honestly, just starting there. And then really I played with like the same group of guys all the way up until high school. So we were all together, and football is a great team sport. It's the best team sport there is, and I just really love football in that matter.
Yeah, and you mentioned Creekside. I broadcast for them. We finally got you guys this year. But Coach Mack, their coach, he said the thing about football is it's a team sport. You need 11 guys on both sides of the ball to win. And so I'm sure growing up with those guys really helped you become the QB you are now. And so if you compared yourself to an NFL quarterback, who would it be?
It's another good question. I would like to say Tom Brady, just like his approach to the game and how he plays, and we're not going to make a lot of plays with our feet. We're just kind of sitting back there in the pocket and throwing the ball. I like to watch like Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, all those guys, Patrick Mahomes. So I really just watch. I don't have like a biggest one I would compare. I mean, I guess Tom Brady would be my ideal one, but I got a long way to go to get on his level.
Well, you've had a great start. I mean, last year you jumped in adversity. Tua Tagovailoa got hurt. Just walk us through filling in for that kind of quarterback last year.
Yeah, I mean, Tua is like a sensational player that everyone obviously knows so much about. And he was the heart and pride of our team. And to kind of go in there, it was definitely a challenge, but I feel like I'd earned enough respect throughout the years just with my teammates that they could trust me. And obviously, I wish we could have made it to the college football playoff and things like that, but it's all a learning experience, and that's kind of what you realize as you play these games. Like, if you don't win, you just have to find a way to learn from your experiences, and I feel like we did that as a team. With that Auburn game is kind of what I always reference, but it's a new season, and I'm glad that I'm quarterbacking this team because we got great players all around me, and it makes it a lot easier.
You mentioned there just the learning experience last year. It's helped you guys so much. It looks like this year you're back to the top of the league, and even with Jalen Waddle, of course, getting hurt there, you've still managed to put up historic numbers. Just what has been the key for you putting them up this year?
Yeah, I mean, losing a player like Jalen was definitely difficult. But each week is a new challenge. So I mean, every week it changes. One time a defense might try and pressure us. One day we lose Jalen Waddle, we have to put a new guy in Slade in there, and he does well. And then Mississippi State has a weird defense. So every time we go out there and play, it's like, okay, what's this week's challenge going to be? So I think just it helps build team chemistry and character. And I feel like we just got to keep moving along. And obviously we got LSU this week. And that's going to be a new challenge, and we got to figure out how we have to overcome that.
That's certainly going to be a fun game to watch, and you've already had so many of them. And compiling all those games, what have been some of your favorite memories as the Alabama quarterback?
Wow, there's been a bunch of good memories. I always just reference that national championship my freshman year. I know I didn't even play, but just to be on that team was just a great experience, and I learned so much. Being the scout team quarterback, and then getting a chance to just be on the field and dress out for the national championship game, just to be on that type team. We want to get back to that here, so that was definitely a good memory, and I hope that we can keep winning games, and eventually we'll be back in that spot.
Yeah, and you've backed up for guys like Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa. You started off as the third string quarterback, and you still stuck with it. You didn't transfer or decommit. Just what what kind of team player do you think that shows of you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in my situation might have, decided to leave or for whatever reason transfer, but I never really thought of it that way. I just felt like I was in a really good position, just getting better every day and trying to learn from those two guys, like you said, Jalen and Tua, great leaders, great players, great people. So if you can learn from them, and I knew I was eventually going to get a chance to play and contribute to the team. I feel like that just was all just a matter of time, and it finally kind of is happening now, and we're just continuing to do that every week.
Yeah, and so as you've certainly got your chances and you made the best of it, one of the top candidates for the Heisman this year, just does that ever stick in your head a bit, or do you do a pretty good job of tuning that out?
Yeah, I mean, I try to tune it out, but like you said, I mean, a lot of people talk about that, and it can be a distraction. But at the end of the day, I just try and focus back in and figure out what I need to do to help us win each week. I mean, all that stuff will take care of itself, but it is hard. I mean, you walk by TV or something, and sometimes something will pop up, and you don't even want to look at it, but you just can't even help yourself. But that just goes back to getting that tunnel vision and finding a way to just focus on what I have to do as a quarterback.
Yeah, and so with limited time, of course, we've gotten all those important questions out of the way, but I got some fun ones to end the interview. So would you rather? Is you up for it?
Yeah.
All right. So first off, would you rather be able to fly or breathe underwater?
I would probably say fly. Just being able to go wherever you want and see everything from a bird's eye view would be pretty cool. But I don't know. What do you think? What would you do?
I don't know. I'm scared of heights, but being able to, fly like maybe into an NFL stadium or something. Who cares about gates? Cool. Just go on in there, eat some lunch at midfield. Would you? And speaking of eating, would you rather eat Mexican or Italian food?
I'd probably say Italian. I just think there's nothing like some good Italian food, but I like all types of food. Besides seafood, I don't like seafood, which is kind of weird.
I'm allergic.
People make fun of me.
I'm allergic to seafood, so
there you go.
I mean, I wouldn't know what you're talking about there. And so, football question here: would you rather throw for 400 yards or 6 touchdowns?
I'd rather just win. I don't know if that's an answer, but I mean, as long as we win, either one doesn't really matter. But if we lose and throw for 6 touchdowns, I'm not going to be happy. And if we lose and I throw for 400 yards, I'm not going to be happy. So, just winning and doing those would be awesome.
All right. Well, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. No, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'll keep in touch. See you, bro.
See ya.